goddesses. It is me, Tawny Marilyn, and I am here with you with Strangely Sane Podcast. And now I know you're wondering, how do I know that this is the podcast for me? And so I want you to know if you're one of these girlies that are out here, you've lived your best life, you've done a little bit of healing, and you are on your journey and you realize that spirituality isn't about being perfect. It's not about getting rid of the ego. It's not about being high vibe all the time. It's about integrating your inner goddess. It's about recognizing that you are human in complete totality. This podcast is for you because you're allowed to be human. That's why we're here. We're here to be human. So be human, girly pop. These past few weeks, me and Aphrodite have been kicking it hardcore because that is the card that I pulled up. Aphrodite. Isn't she beautiful? If you are watching this on YouTube, you can see her, right? She's so gorgeous. But that's who Aphrodite is, right? She's beautiful. We all know that she's beautiful. And she is also the goddess of love because we all love a little love, don't we? Like, I feel like a lot of us live life looking for love and looking for our perfect person and just wanting to feel love just wrap around us. We've been listening to stories about Cinderella and Snow White and Aurora and Tiana and have this expectation to be saved by some big romantic love. They're going to come in, they're going to do things for you, they're going to open the door, they're going to buy you flowers, they're going to kiss you, and your world is going to shift and change and just make sense. Everything is going to make sense once you find your one true love, right? So when I pulled Aphrodite, I was like, you know what? Maybe somebody's gonna fall in love. Like, oh, and if you are gonna fall in love, I'm here for you. I'm so excited for you. I hope that the love that you want, the love that you dream of is just right there. And I hope that you decide that you don't have to settle for less because why would you settle for less? I don't believe in settling. It's not in my nature. I think the worst thing that you can do when it comes to spending your life with someone is settling because this person is the person that has to be with you through the good times where you're getting promotions and you're getting raises and you're raising children and you are succeeding and doing everything that you want to do, and they're there and they're cheering for you and they're not holding you back. They're not telling you, hey, you can't do this. Hey, maybe if you slow down, hey, maybe if you chill out. No, they're with you by your side saying, hey, you can do this. Matter of fact, you should add this because this is going to put a little bit of spice on it. And you need that spice, honey. They got you like that. But they're also going to be there with you through the hard times, through sickness and illness and death and moves and raising children, because we all know that raising children is beautiful and it's grand, but it is not always the easiest thing you can do. And just having someone that's right there with you to hold your hand through traveling to all of the good, beautiful places and also traveling the hard roads. That is what you look for in a partner. It's not looking for perfection. It's looking for someone that is perfect for you, someone that complements you. Somebody is that is the yin to your yang, like y'all both bring something beautiful into the world and y'all both have a little piece of the other in you because that's what you recognize. You recognize yourself in them, but you also recognize that they are something greater than yourself. I love love. I think love is beautiful. I think love is marvelous. And I think love is wonderful when we do it the right way. But, sometimes we settle. We settle for things that are not quite it. It's, ooh, you'd be perfect if you took out the trash. You'd be perfect if you helped me clean up. You'd be perfect if you were a little nicer to me. You'd be perfect if you considered me. You'd be perfect if you weren't only thinking about yourself. You would be perfect if you were nicer. You would be perfect if dot, 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 dot. There's so many ways that somebody is almost perfect, but not quite there. Not to say that you're looking for perfection, but if you find yourself in that place where you're settling, changing, trying to rearrange, oh, I will love this person so much that they will love me in the way that I need to be loved, then you're going to set yourself up for disappointment. I believe that dating is an experience. As I am in a relationship, I've been in a relationship for going on 3 years this month, and it is the best relationship that I've ever been in. And honestly, if it wasn't the best relationship I've ever been in, I wouldn't be in it, just to be clear. Because I have been through my fair share of hard relationships. I've tried to work it out with people that I should have let go at the door, honestly. And I've also tried to love people into loving me. I've tried to love people into treating me right. I've tried to love people into reaching their potential, and it didn't work. And so this time when I went into dating, I was like, no, I'm really going to date. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to see what is out there and see if what's out there is for me. And I'm not going to lie to you, I've only had one bad date and I've been on a plethora of dates. Matter of fact, for a long time before I went on that one bad date, I told people I had never had a bad date because I wasn't going on dates looking for someone to be my soulmate. I was going on dates to see what is out there. What do I like? What do I dislike? You know, when you're in those committed relationships for a long time, you forget what's out there, you forget how to date. And honestly, you're different. You're a different person completely from when you went into that relationship to when you get out of that relationship. You're just completely different. And going in and just being like, okay, I'm here. What do I like? What's important to me? What matters? And so I've met all type of people. I've met good people. I've met not so good people. I've met people that looked exactly like my exes, so much like my exes. I was like, dang, do y'all know each other? Ooh, is this my pattern? Eek, I hate it. I hate my pattern. Ugh. That's why dating is fun because you do get to see your pattern. You get to see, okay, this is what I attract. This is what I find myself interested in, but I hate it. I actually hate it here. Okay, so I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to go with my pattern. I'm going to see what is out there outside of my pattern. Matter of fact, my pattern is like this. Why is it like this? My pattern is emotionally unavailable, or it was emotionally unavailable. And I work so well with emotionally unavailable people because I was emotionally unavailable. Like I didn't have anything to give to you for real, for real. I don't care what you do. Just don't bother me. That was my that was my saying in my mind, like live your best life. Just leave me alone. Like don't bother me. And being that way in relationships is difficult because, people are going to bother you. People are going to have opinions, they're going to have thoughts, and those thoughts are going to be important. But my thoughts didn't feel important. They didn't feel seen because I wasn't seeing other people. And so I had to really take a step back and look at myself. And that's all dating is. Dating, we feel like it's us looking at other people and deciding, oh, yes, I like this. Yes, I like that. No, I do not like that. Yuck. I will never, ever settle for anything like that. When really the focus is on us. Okay, I attract this type of person. Why do I attract this type of person? Okay, what type of energy am I bringing into a room? How can I change that? How can I make that better? I'm all about being better. So, how can we change my dating habits? How can we change my patterns? I had to be real with myself about what I wanted. And the reality is, the thing that I thought I wanted, I didn't want. Because that's another thing, right? Like we can look at what other people have and what other people expect for us, and we can be like, oh, yeah, that is what I want. But it wasn't what I wanted. I always thought, ooh, I want to be a power couple. I saw my parents be this power couple, and I was like, ooh, yes, that is what I want. But as I got older, I started to view the power couple different. I didn't want to be a support character in my own life. I didn't want to be a supporting character in my own relationship. I'm just not good in that role. The journey has to call to me too. And I found myself uplifting people, trying to help them reach their potential. And when it was time to look at my own potential, I was feeding all of my energy to those people so that I wouldn't have to look at my own energy, so that I wouldn't have to chase my own dreams and my own goals, because you failing at yours is way easier for me to swallow than me failing at mine. Right? So I had to take a step back when it came to dating. I dated so much. I dated a lot, you guys. I had so much fun. I look back at my dating journey with love and with joy and with happiness because it was so much fun. I wasn't settling in dating. I wasn't going to settle when it got to my real relationship. I had friends that'd be like, Tawny, you're holding yourself back. You're just going to end up single. But I was okay with that. I was okay being single for the rest of my life because honestly, when I grew up, or when I was a child growing up, I never saw myself with a husband. My dad would be like, Tawny, you're never gonna get a husband like that. And I'd be like, oh, I don't want one. Count me out. That sounds horrible. I don't see why people do have husbands, actually. I don't want one. And so I grew up and I got a husband. I did. And walking down the aisle, I realized I don't want one. And I didn't want one. So being single, that was not a problem. Honestly, I felt like that was my life. That's how my life was going to go. I was going to be a single girly pop living in the world and doing whatever. And so I was dating so much. I was tired. I was so tired. I was like, you know what? I'm going to embrace being completely single, not dating anyone. I'm just going to be at home to myself, and I'm just going to love on me. Right? That's how it always goes. You decide, you know what? I'm actually tired. I have nothing else to give these dating streets. And then the dating streets decide, ooh, but I got something else for you. And it did. It did. So I did go on a date with someone who I cut off fast and early. Got to get him out of there. And she invited me to game night. And I went because we enjoyed each other's company. I had triggers, I had trauma, and baby, she triggered the mess out of me. And in triggering me, I realized, hey, I got to go. I cannot be triggered by anybody that I just met. That's crazy. So then I read a post online because, we'd be online like that. And she said, what did she say? She said, when you meet the love of your life, they will trigger you to help you heal. And so for a while, I regretted cutting her off, but whatever. So is life. So I pray to God, please send me someone like that. You don't have to send me that same person. Just bring that energy back. Let it spin the block. I'm here for it. And so she invited me to game night. And from that moment, we were inseparable because, yes, I was triggered. We had a conversation about the triggers, what was going on, my trauma and my past. And I know they say, don't tell people your trauma, don't tell people your triggers because they'll do the same thing to you. But there's no rules in love. there's no rules in love. You make them up as you go. And yes, if I was with the wrong person, they would listen to my trauma and they would do the same thing over again. But luckily, I didn't meet the wrong person. I met the right person who listened to me, who helped me heal more, that has listened to my trauma and listened to my triggers and has helped me come up with ways to cope, to do better, to want better, and to even set expectations for her, which is important. Love. So the point is, I didn't have a husband that was going to come and save me from this miserable world. But I did find a wife that would help me in this miserable world. I found someone that would make life better, make life easier, make life worth living, make life worth fighting, make life worth doing better. She showed me a lot, she's taught me a lot. And I believe I've done the same for her because, a relationship should be reciprocal in all the ways. Look, I went into a tangent about love, but that's not what my original thought was. My original thought is don't settle because you can have exactly what you want and more. And I know because I got exactly what I want plus more. I got things that I didn't even realize that I needed. But it took me to have the courage not to settle for something that I didn't want, something that wasn't good for me. And that's where Aphrodite comes in. I like Aphrodite. She has shown me a different way with goddesses, and with romantic love and with all of that because yes, you hear good stories of, oh, this finally worked out for me. But the key word is finally, because maybe it wasn't working out. It was not working out. And so Aphrodite here is funny. She's so funny to me. So someone compared herself to Aphrodite. Don't compare yourself in love, because especially to Aphrodite. Aphrodite don't play that. So she said, "Oh, you're more beautiful than me." Bet, bet. I'm glad you said that. So she tricked her and made the girl fall in love with a bull. She proceeded to have sex with the bull and got pregnant. And that is how the Minotaur was created. See, Aphrodite has all of these little games that she plays with the humans and tricking them and really getting her revenge. And they don't necessarily teach you that goddesses are vengeful and goddesses can get you back and goddesses can be jealous and goddesses don't play like that. So don't play with them. But it also showed me that love can be tricky. Keep your eyes on right. Don't go comparing yourself to other people. Don't compare yourself to other things. Don't compare yourself to other goddesses because you are already a goddess. You are the most beautiful you there can be. She's also the cause of, what is it? The war in Troy. She was the fairest goddess of them all, and she promised Helen of Troy to a suitor. Helen of Troy, however, was already married to a king. So that is where our Trojan War came from. Is it the Trojan War? It's one of those wars. And it was all over the Helen of Troy. Love can cause wars. And Aphrodite is a tricky mistress. So be careful with love. Don't find yourself in love and tricked and harmed because you fell in love with the wrong person, or you were tricked into loving the wrong person. I guess that also goes, don't let somebody stop you from your true love. Don't let a little kingdom stop you from your true love, says Aphrodite. She has all types of stories. She There was this island that pissed her off, and that's loud. She made all of the women stink, and the men died. And so there were no men. But she's also very forgiving because love is forgiving. Soon enough, warriors came to that island on behest of Aphrodite, and they were able to consummate and create more children. But first, they had to apologize and get things right, because don't ever play with love. Y'all got to stop playing with love. Stop playing with Aphrodite. Stop playing with beauty. There's a message in there somewhere. I promise there is. But Aphrodite did teach me that love is not always soft and gentle. Sometimes love is ugly and it's vengeful, and there's a need for forgiveness so something new can start. Aphrodite taught me the real power of a goddess. And the real power of a goddess isn't in being soft and quiet and kind. Sometimes it's in messing some shit up. You're a goddess. Sometimes you're going to mess some shit up. Sometimes you're going to get vengeance. Sometimes you have to squeeze a little tight so they know who they're playing with. Stop playing with me. And stop playing with Aphrodite. I really enjoyed Aphrodite. She really did teach me to integrate what it means to be a goddess, because we live this spiritual journey and we feel like it's in not having an ego. We feel like it's in being soft and gentle and malleable and kind. But sometimes it's about being the other stuff too, because you are a full human being. You are a full feminine power. Tell me, what about femininity is inherently soft? Is it our soft skin? Because some people got rough skin. Is it in childbirth? Because I would say there's nothing soft about childbirth. Is it in how we love? Is it in how we listen? Because I know sometimes we can be a little hard in the way we love. And we can certainly not listen at all, listen to ourselves. So listen to yourself and know that yes, romantic love is important. Romantic love matters, and we all want a partner that listens to us, but also know that love can be tricky and it can be dangerous. So stop playing with it. Stop playing with yourself. Know that you don't have to settle for anything that does not fit you. You don't have to settle for anything that you don't want. You can get exactly what you want, and you can get exactly what you're looking for. So shoot for the stars, shoot for the heavens, have you? So, this is a message that Aphrodite has for us today. The empowerment message is: the Greek goddess of romantic love, Aphrodite, represents a state of ecstatic being that she now invites you to cultivate within. You can experience the world as a sensual, expressive, creative being if you allow yourself the freedom to explore what this means to you. Perhaps this is a portent of a new pardoning or a deepening of one you already have. Or perhaps this is a time for you to claim this aspect of your nature, which may have lain dormant for a while. Aphrodite invites you to fall in love with your life now and choose to look for the essence and expression of love all around you. By doing so, love will increase tenfold and you will see evidence of it everywhere you turn. This is your sacred task when Aphrodite chooses to aid and empower you. And the alignment message is: your alignment task is to stay present, release judgment, and see the treasure of what lies in front of you. You may discover something painful is actually a beautiful gift. Indeed, it could be exactly what you need to release the old patterns that no longer serve you. Be careful of the addictive quality of longing, yearning for elusive love, and fixation on desired outcomes. This only creates more of the energy of unmet desire, and you may find yourself unable to discern what is true. Release expectations and attachments and simply see what arises. Remain aware and accountable for your side of things, make amends if you need to, and trust that all is well. Even your partnership with the universe may need refining as you let go of your needs to have things your way. Call on the goddess Aphrodite to lead you to a healthier, more satisfying experience. I'm telling you, when I look into these cards, they talk to me. And I know if you reach out to these goddesses, they will talk to you. Use discernment, listen to yourself, listen to your inner being because you know what is best for you. I love you so much. I hope that you get the love that you desire. And more than that, I hope you get the love that you deserve. I love you guys so much. Be great, be beautiful, shine your light because that is how you stay strong.